Hello, Virgos. LaChan here, Psychic Love Coach, and this is another timeless love reading for you. Whenever you come across these messages, this is when they are meant for you. To book a private reading with me, visit my website, mypsychiclovecoach.com. There are also other ways to get in touch with me through the description box below. And thank you so much for thumbs upping to like this video. And thank you for your comments. And thank you for subscribing to my channel as well, whether you are a new subscriber or a returning subscriber. Let's go ahead and get into your messages, Virgo. Now, first off, let me say that I feel like what I'm about to say, some of you may be a little resistant towards. When I was putting your spread together here, I kept thinking about that song by Lil Nas X. That song where he's like, can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And then the chorus, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. And like the messages that were coming through to me were, with this rest and rejuvenation and this man holding a card energy, I can see that you are right now very focused on making money, or you're very focused on a goal, or you're very focused on a project. There's something that you are putting most of your time into, and that could be at the expense of other areas of your life. But I know that some of you don't want to hear that, because some of you are so focused on making money, and that's where you are right now. I'm noticing this is card number 43, and normally I don't think of sevens like this, but I thought of 777 and Vegas and luck and gaining money, gaining coins, right? I was seeing a slot machine. Okay. We also have here the card of rest and rejuvenation. It's interesting how both of these cards came up in the reverse. However, that deck was all upright. So I just found that very, very interesting. I was very surprised to see that. We have here the rest and rejuvenation card, but it is in the reverse. You have been putting a lot of work. You've been putting a lot of energy, again, a lot of time into career, money, finances, goals, whatever this is, creative projects, whatever this is. And Spirit is saying that you need to take a break and you need to relax. And it's okay to, I'm hearing it's okay to take less hours, or it's okay to not be constantly making money. Because we can't take it with us when we go, right? But what we do take with us is the relationships and the connections that we have with others. That we do take with us. This again is a sign to relax, rejuvenate, focus on one, loving yourself. And loving yourself can be taking a break and giving your love to those around you. Now I'm being drawn here. It's interesting how we got the relaxation card. It's interesting how we have the relaxation card here. Relaxation. Allow yourself to be lazy. It's okay, Virgo, to do nothing. It is okay. You will be okay. If you don't make the same amount of money that you're used to when you are overworking or working as hard as you are, you will still be okay. You already put in the work, and you put in so much work that you deserve to be lazy. You deserve to have a break. You deserve to do nothing for a little while. Treat yourself. Again, you deserve it. Now I'm being drawn here to this by the book card. And this is number 11. A very spiritual energy here. I'm also hearing like spiritual lessons, karmic lessons. And for some reason, I'm just hearing that some of you worked very hard in past lives, or some of you like experienced poverty in past lives, which causes an accumulation to, or a desire to accumulate more wealth, more finances, more resources. Okay, so by the book card. Now this is talking about divine laws. The law of karma, the law of divine compensation, the law of attraction are the ones that are coming to mind. And I feel like this is saying that, let me hear the message. I feel like it's saying that what you put into your romantic situation, whatever it is that you put energy into, you're going to get that back in spades. It is important to give to yourself. Put your time and energy into yourself. It's also important for you to do that within your love life. Put time and energy in your love life with the law of divine compensation. What you put into something, you will get back in spades. Make sure to put time into the things that matter to you. That's where true fulfillment is, I'm hearing. The law of attraction. What is it that you are attracting? And also I'm hearing to say, and we're going to get into the rest of the spread later. I mean, right now, but did that message leave? I think that message left. It'll come back. It will come back if it's meant to come back. So we are talking about karmic laws here. Putting energy into your love life, putting energy into your relationships, putting energy into dating. I'm hearing that some of you are focusing more on other things versus dating, especially if you are single, or this can even be with your partner, going on dates and spending time. And I'm hearing, how are you viewing your love life? How are you viewing your relationship with that law of attraction? The way that you are viewing your love life or your relationship or your dating life is what you're going to get more of. And I'm feeling, just when I look at this, I'm feeling like that's a misuse here of thinking. You may be just very tired. It may be time to rest. Taking a break. There's someone that you have separated from, or there's someone you are taking time apart from, and this has happened in the recent past. We have the card here of missing you as well as the Grim Reaper. This is really an energy of a relationship ending or a separation, or again, just a split. Maybe you're in two different locations, because I see a lot of energy of distance and travel here. But you are in some kind of separation period. You could be thinking about this person, or this person is thinking about you. I do feel like there's an energy of you feeling alone right now. Again, this could be the other person. And there's different things that I'm picking up here. One thing that I'm picking up is this could be the other person, and you could be distracting yourself from discomfort in your love life with work, with other things. Because maybe that is making you happier right now. That's one thing I'm picking up for some of you. And keep in mind, this is a general reading, so not all the messages will resonate. Take the ones that do, leave the ones that don't. Some of you have been dealing with a man, and I hear, or more than one, who were a little self-absorbed, were really into themselves. And I'm also hearing that they put themselves on a pedestal instead of you, perhaps. You are definitely gaining a new perspective. You're definitely gaining a new perspective. We have the energy here of the Hanged Man with this Ace of Swords. You're gaining a new perspective when it comes to your love life. That's what you've been doing. You've been letting go of someone, or maybe more than one person, or a pattern and energy in your love life. You've been moving on because you are trying to manifest something wonderful for yourself. So there's a connection that is over that you don't want to return to because you are growing and you are transforming your life. Again, you want something better and you are determined to get it. And let me just say, things look very promising. We'll get more into that as we go on. Also, make sure to stay till the end if you can. Virgo, I got some new cards that I only use in the Leo reading so far. And I'm really excited about them. So make sure to stay tuned for one of my new cards. All right. So you know that you are the creator of your reality and you are trying to create something different. I just got drawn back to this by the book card, and I feel like because you know that you are the creator of your reality, you could be attempting to either look at the past, reflect on the past so you can do something different moving forward. Because I just noticed that these two cards here with these animals are going towards the past. Not necessarily in these cards, but when I see this, I just feel a past energy. You may be looking back at the past, looking back at your voyage when it comes to relationships. Looking back at your experiences when it comes to relationships. And also, when I look at this card, I'm just feeling like through each relationship you've grown and you become stronger. You've grown. It's interesting how both of these decks, these cards here have like little babies attached to the larger animal. And look, they're both attached. Look at that. That's really interesting. So I feel like you're taking your path. Like, see how there's like this whale is attached by these strings as if whales come with strings, which is kind of weird. And then we also have here the by the book where you see they're connected. So I'm feeling like you're taking your past experiences with you forward to make a better circumstance, a better situation for yourself. You may need time to relax and think about these things as opposed to distraction. I'm hearing some of you may need to take a bath, or when you're driving, drive with no music on and just allow yourself to think. Allow yourself to think. It looks like you need that. You are manifesting your reality. Again, remember that law of attraction. What is it that you want in your relationship? What do you want your relationship to look like? If you want your relationship or your love life to look a certain way that it's not currently, just view it like that. And I'm hearing fake it till you make it. Just view it that way, and you will see your reality line up with that ideal way of thinking. There's a need here to shift perspectives. I see two things with this soulmate card here, this soulmates card. One thing that I'm saying is, if you are in a connection, or this could even be the past person. If this is someone that you know, you're going to realize what it is that this person has come into your life to teach you. Because soulmates can sometimes stay and go, sometimes they stay forever. I feel like if there's somebody around you, you're going to realize why you had that soul contract, why you had that soul connection, as it's going to move you forward. For others of you who are single and looking for someone to come in, I feel like this magical mindset that you've been having, perhaps you've been manifesting or focusing on the energy that you want, or the type of person that you want, or the type of relationship that you want, or whatever have you. I feel like there's going to be absolutely someone new coming into your life, undoubtedly, in the near future. This is a timeless reading. So it's going to be in the near future. Just know that. Everything's going to happen in different timing for all of you. I'm just being drawn back here to this by the book card, and I'm hearing law of attraction, spiritual lessons, spiritual growth, spiritual experiences, soul connections, soulmates, twin flames. These are all the things that I'm hearing. I'm hearing past life connections. This stork letter and rider combination is interesting to me. There's a lot of travel going on, a distance going on. The voyage card, travel. The rider is someone from afar. This is also a card of travel. There's a rider coming in on his horse. And I just heard a white knight. And then we have here the stork, which is a card of commuting. So this is not a long distance, very long distance travel, more so of a commute or shorter travel. Again, this is going to differ because we have different energies. This can be from longer distance, not necessarily though. And this is a shorter distance. So for most of you, it's going to be a shorter travel. And then I'm being drawn back here to this by the book card. I'm noticing how they're on a desert, and I'm feeling like they're not traveling for too long, because then they're going to suffer from heat exhaustion. So perhaps this is a shorter travel, shorter distance travel, or someone at a distance. Now this can be a new lover coming in. And we have so much newness right here. This can be communication. There's communication that's being highlighted here. This may be someone you meet online. This may be a text-lationship. It is a word, look it up. Text-lationship, where you spend most of your time talking through text messages, DMs, WhatsApp, whatever kind of communication. And for some reason, I just looked at this knife and saw it sharpening, or like it cutting something. So I'm feeling like it's quick communication. Yeah, I feel like it's quick communication, because I'm seeing this. You know what's funny? I've used these cards so many times and I've never ever noticed these things. This was my first Lenormand deck that I got, you know, like many years ago, and I've never noticed these. So I feel like this person, I feel like there's a lot of rapid communication, like because I'm looking at this candle and it's like the communication comes in before the candle burns down. Some of you may have waited for communication in the past from other people, and I see someone coming up who's going to communicate with you very quickly. I was wondering if I could read this. I've never ever tried to read this. But oh my gosh, I see a deep connection. Wow, this is really small. A deep connection with no end. Here, our souls will commemorate mon amour. This is fate. No, this card does not say that. I've never read these words ever. I've never read this. It's like mon amour, something, bring you to the shore of oh my gosh, no, it's hurting my eyes. Okay, you guys got the point. Ooh, hold on. That's really small print. But I like that energy of those soulmates coming together. I like that energy of those soulmates coming together. Here our souls will commemorate mon amour. This is our fate. A deep connection with no end. Whoever you are connecting with or whoever's coming in, there can be a very deep relationship there for you. Oh my gosh, let me let my brain come back to normal here. That was some very small prints. All right, so here we have here the stork and the rider again. That's signifying some travel here. I also see a message coming in. There's absolutely some kind of communication coming in, or a new love. The stork also stands for positive changes for in your love life, improvements in your love life. Again, somebody coming from a commute, a short distance, new beginnings, new very positive beginnings. And we do have this ace and this page here. So I do see new cycles, whether this be a relationship that you're in and renewing the relationship, a new cycle in the relationship, or if you're single, someone new coming in. There is newness. pay attention to who is coming through to you. For those of you who are single, who's coming through to you through messaging? Just be mindful of that. I am seeing someone here, let's see here, with long legs. I'm seeing something about this person is going to be very, very attractive. Very, very attractive. This person may be young, younger, youthful in some way. Not for all of you, but that's the main energy of the writer. Somebody who's young, youthful. This is card number 1. Again, this is a card of beginnings. It's number 1. The historic beginnings, new positive beginnings. So I'm seeing someone here with long legs, someone who is attractive. This person may be like thin, have like a thin skin, or like fine bones. Fine bones is what I'm trying to say. And I don't mean thin skin and personality. I mean just the way that they look. Maybe they look frail or something like that. This person may be on the more slender side, but I am seeing somebody here who's very, very attractive, very graceful, long legs. No matter what gender this person is, it's like they're beautiful. The person that you're with, or the person coming in here. This is just a person I'm seeing through this spread. And I feel like this is going to be for those of you where a new person is coming in. That's what I feel the strongest. For those of you where there's a new person coming in, this is going to be especially for you. You may also get a message from afar or a visit from someone from afar. But there is someone at a distance that you're going to be involved with. Yeah, I definitely see like travel or message here. So that's going to be interesting. This can also signify a new lover coming in, as we spoke about. Now, I do see here you having love, a connection with someone, whether this be someone of the past or this be someone from the present. This could be someone from the past, missing you, taking a break, Grim Reaper. So this is obviously going to be for those of you who are not in a relationship. And for those of you who are, a reconciliation, a strengthening of a relationship, falling in love, or the resurgence of romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the ending of challenges, exciting gifts. Don't give up on the people that you love. Now, I just heard a message for some of you, and that message is you have been giving up on love. You've been giving up on romance. So you could be taking a break in your romance. You could feel like there's nothing coming through in your romantic life. You could be feeling sad or lonely here. The message kind of slipped. Let me get it back. Well, what I'm hearing is I'm basically hearing, like, don't give up hope, because there's newness coming through for you. And I'm feeling like you can't see it because it can be a surprise to you. But I do see you have a lot of protection around you. You do have a lot of angelic help and assistance. Some of you are wanting a family, wanting a home, wanting something mutual. You may have been in a situation where there was a lack or imbalance between the energy of both of you. And this is for those in a relationship, speaking of you and your person having something equal in the past. For others of you, it's interesting because I feel like for others of you, this is a future prediction. For others of you, I'm feeling like this is a future prediction. So again, if that's the case, that's something that you may not see coming here. And then I'm being drawn back again to this message of not giving up to those that you love. Now, this is resonating, of course, with the lover's energy here. So this is love in a relationship, deep commitment in a relationship. This could be somebody you are committed to, married to. Now, I just got a flash in my mind's eye of the devil. Some of you in the past were in codependent relationships. Not to say that that's your present, but some of you in the past have been in codependent relationships that was mistaken for something equal or love. Or maybe you even knew that it wasn't equal, but it was still something that was mistaken for love. Oh my gosh, I'm being drawn to a card that's just sitting on a chair here. And I see here pain, misfortune, disappointment, unrequited love or unhappy love, letdown, or challenges. Some of you did have experienced that in your love life. It's so interesting how that card just happened to be there. Whether this be the person from the recent past or in the distant past. We do have that lover's energy coming out. And we do have a connection where the cherubim, the romance angels, the angel of love, the angel of marriage, divine partnership, angel of attraction, law of attraction, they're coming through to assist you and bring you either a happy home or bring you a happy home and a family and connection with someone in the future, if this is a prediction for you. If you haven't experienced this in the recent past, or this doesn't resonate so far, I mean, it's Two of Cups, right? Again, for some of you. Okay. We also have here the Ace of Swords here. And I find that very interesting because the Ace of Swords can be a card of communication. This is straightforward, blunt. Let's get right to the point. Let's call it like it is. I calls it like I sees it. Let's say this. Sometimes the communication can be hurtful, but it's honest. I'm just feeling like some of you are speaking like words that you haven't said in a long time to somebody, or there's communication. And you're having some kind of communication that you haven't been able to have in a long time, or some kind of communication. I'm hearing also that may make you uncomfortable for some reason. Like you're opening up in a new way. And I'm even hearing that some of you may have sabotaged relationships in the past on purpose, or maybe not on purpose, but there's some kind of sabotage. And now there's clarity about that sabotage and what you can do different. So that message is for at least one of you. This can also stand for, again, revealing the truth. There's blunt, brutal, not brutal, but honest communication here. So someone is revealing what has not been said. Revealing what has not been said. You could even be finding out a truth. Again, we have this letter card. Here. So there's absolutely communication. And then the Rider, which again speaks for communication. Now I'm hearing for some of you, this can be someone from the past who's coming through to start something new with you. Brilliant ideas that need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. I'm feeling that line. Overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. I like that because you know what, Virgos? Things are looking better than you think they are right now. Communicate clearly and concisely and remain objective. I'm hearing if some of you are getting to know, or I'm hearing if you are one who is getting to know a new person, this is a good time to really listen to them and like practice a new communication pattern. Whatever that means for you. This also resonates with the energy of the Hangman. The Hangman is gaining a new perspective. So you're going about love with a new perspective, with a new way of thinking. This is also a card of patience and time, taking a break. You're allowing for a new perspective as you center and meditate. Silence, a period of silence will be very good for you. And look, as I say that, the computer or the music here goes out. Silence is very important. You may also find yourself going in a new direction, going in a new path in your love life. I definitely see that with the Ace of Swords and the Page of Wands. I definitely see that. For some of you, this is speaking of, I'm hearing a very positive sex life on the horizon. But I'm hearing you can't do nothing. I just was drawn to that. You can't do nothing. But I do see here a positive love life. And I'm being drawn to that wand, thinking of, you know, a phallic symbol. Now, you could meet a new person here. Again, someone who's young, long legs, attractive. This is someone who is graceful, someone who dresses well also. If this is a male, this person likely won't be like overly fashionable, like too much. You know, be casually fashionable. And fashionable nonetheless. I see someone here who can also be optimistic, charming, outgoing, popular. Someone who's very stunning. Someone who likes to talk. Someone who's very good at communication with this combination here. Oh, that totally makes sense. With this Ace of Swords. Totally makes sense. So there's somebody coming in, or there's somebody around who's going to be very good at communication and communicating with you. This is somebody who you will find mentally stimulating. You may even start your connection off mentally and then evolve into something more romantic after a little bit of time, because I'm hearing some of you may be closed off. This is also saying here, what is it that you're willing to cut out for love? What is it that's no longer serving you that you're willing to cut out for love? How are you willing to transform? How are you willing to start anew, start fresh, create positive new changes in the name of love? Step in the name of love. Oh my gosh. You know what? I forgot that name. I forgot that song since like middle school. I don't remember when that song came out, like middle school or something, high school. I don't remember. That song, Step in the Name of Love. Some of you may need to exercise. Maybe an exercise regime or eating healthy is something that you are focusing on. Do it. It will make you feel much better and increase your vibrations. I do see so much angelic help here. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Shamuel. There's a lot of assistance that you have, protection from above, from spirit. There's a lot of help that you're receiving, which is great. I really like that. So you have, and remember the angels, the cherubim, they're like, you just have a lot of spiritual support around you. And that means no matter what, things are working out for your greatest good. So there's no reason to worry because they got you. Some of you may be starting a new job, having a job change. You came across a new way to increase your finances in some way, business, projects, entrepreneurship, whatever that may be. Side job, side hustle, something creative. Some of you may be painting. I'm just hearing different things. Or drawing, whatever it may be. There may be a new love coming in for you suddenly, or a new start in love, a new direction in love coming through very suddenly here, especially with this Page of Wands in the near future. In the future. I'm just going to say in the future for this one. This is a passionate new beginning. And I know this is the page, not the ace. That's the energy I'm feeling. And I'm also feeling you learning how to go about love and romance in a new way. You shed your old skin. Now you are renewed and you're going to do something differently. You've grown, you've evolved. You've kind of mastered your emotions, I'm hearing. There's a new dawn, there's a new day. And I'm feeling like you may be on the tail end of a growth period for some of you. I'm feeling like there's been a lot of confusion, or there's been a lot of uncertainty, or a lot of doubts when it comes to this situation in the past. And now things are going to be clearing up for you. That's just what I'm feeling, because you've grown. You evolved. I'm hearing you learning karmic lessons. And again, I'm being drawn to this protection symbol. I'm looking at this tree and this tree. They look like the same tree, like oak trees. Even back here, you can't really see it behind the house. There's a lot of energy of protection and growth coming. You may have felt like things were going really well and then things just slowed down or they stopped. I mean, we do have take a break, but I'm noticing the energy in these three cards. Like things could have been blossoming, blooming. Maybe you were starting a relationship that was equal, or again, there was a new relationships, resurgence, or a reconciliation or something like that. And then things kind of seem cold, or this can even be your love life. Maybe you were dating and things seem to freeze. I'm hearing things seem to slow down, or you went through a cold period, which led you to grow and transform and learn new things. Even though it was a little difficult, it was cold, or somebody may have been cold towards you. But you had the strength and the fortitude, I'm hearing, to continue forward. I'm also feeling like there's an energy of becoming clearer about your divinity, especially for those women listening. You can realize how much of a queen you are, or even for men, you can realize how much of a king you have always been. And now we have this energy of the Page of Wands here. And this says enthusiastic, optimistic, creative projects, impatient, news of exciting opportunities. There is going to be some news coming in, so keep that in mind. Again, news coming in the near future. So these cards do coincide here. Even by the book, some of you may get a long message. I'm hearing some of you may get a message that someone has been wanting to send for a long time and just hasn't sent. Now again, for some of you, there may be some kind of travel. For others of you, there's also just communication. These are two cards of communication. Even this two of, all these are cards of communication. A new person in to communicate, a message coming in to communicate that's going to reveal the truth. So look out for that message. Allowing your creativity to soar, do things that fuel your passions, finish what you start. So you will likely continue to work on the things that you have been doing. Again, in the beginning, I was like, some of you guys aren't going to like this message. So it looks like you're going to continue working on these things. Also, make sure to put energy into the other areas of your life that bring you joy and that bring you pleasure. I just heard in my head, life is what happens when we're busy doing other things. Life is what happens when we're busy working. And I feel like some of you are sitting in front of a computer in an office. Wonders, protection, voyage. Voyage, travel, wonders. This is saying that Virgo, I'm hearing what you want wants you. Beautiful things are coming to you. And they may be coming in an unexpected way. Know that I'm hearing your divine karma is being repaid. The work that you put into things is being repaid. The dedication is being repaid. Wonderful things are happening, coming to you, or wonderful things that, or things that you may have wondered if they were ever coming. These things are coming to you. There's a straight path. And it's going to bring a lot of healing to you. Especially, I feel like, if you've been stressed lately. Some of you may even have been experiencing some kind of physical pain or something going on with your bones. My wrist just cracked and it kind of hurt. So your wishes, your dreams are coming through to you, even if you feel like they're blocked. I'm also hearing, focusing on what it is that you want for your love life. Whatever it is that you want for your love life, you have to put in the energy and the time, not just into one area of your life. Balance. The Justice card. Temperance. Hey, while you're being lazy, if you're trying to find somebody, go online and make a profile while you're being lazy. I'm feeling like the things that are going to come, you're going to feel like it's magical. That's just what I got right now. Wondrous. Wonderful things are coming to you. What it is that you want is coming to you, but you must be clear about what it is that you want, and you must be clear about the direction that you want to go in. Do you want things to go in the direction of the past, or do you want to move things forward and go in a new direction? Yes, learning will be involved. Yes, a new perspective will be involved. Yes, releasing any ties, any binds to the past will be involved, and it may be uncomfortable. But as you align more with the energy that Spirit wants you to align in, you're going to bring about more positive things in your life. You are being very, very protected right now. I'm hearing what is yours will not be taken from you. So there's no reason to worry or stress, I'm feeling. And I'm feeling like you have the ability to grow. You have the ability to gain the wisdom. I'm feeling like Spirit, God, universe, your higher power is sending you messages. And I'm hearing breaking through the confusion, or breaking through the uncertainty, or breaking through cloudy thinking, or not being able to see things clearly. I feel like there's going to be some kind of shift or moment or something, or thought, some thought that drops into your head where you say to yourself, okay, this is, you know, the direction that I want to go in, or this is what I want, or this is just very important to me. This message, this is significant. It may lead you on a new road, I'm feeling. I'm being drawn here. A new road, a new path. And I'm feeling like you may have to start a new path in despite of what you've experienced before. I'm also hearing divine intervention. There may be some divine intervention. Voyage, travel again, moving forward in a new way. Going on a new voyage in life, in love, and how you show up in your relationships, show up in your love life. Remember, you are the creator of your reality. Also, know that everything is divine. So while things are coming to you, you can help them out by knowing that everything is going to work out, trusting that, feeling this soulmate coming in, or this renewal in your relationship coming in, or appreciating this reconciliation, showing gratitude for the new person that comes in, whatever happens for you. I'm also feeling like this is a time to be patient. This particular whale goes on a very long journey. They go on a very long voyage. Be patient and you will reach the place in your life, in your love life that you're trying to reach. And this can also be going on a voyage of the soul. This can also be a voyage of the soul. Let me see if this was your card. I couldn't even ask yet. Is this a card for Virgos? You know what? It's not really giving me an answer. Is this a card for Virgos? Is Virgo reading? They're not really giving me an answer, so I'm just going to put this to the side and I'll read it anyway. But I'm feeling like maybe that's a message for one of you, maybe not the main message. So allow yourself to go on this voyage of spirit. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay. I'm going to actually pull one, but I'm just going to leave those to the side. So these are cards that have coping skills, way that you can cope. Ways that you can cope with what are you going through. So how can Virgo cope with their current romantic situation this month? How can Virgos cope? Okay. I'm hearing get ready. I'm hearing get ready for the voyage. Jesus. right, Virgo. So your message. What is the message for Virgos? What's the coping strategy for Virgos? Okay, Virgos. So what I have for you is... And we'll put these here. Actually, we'll put these right here. I'm feeling like things are going to clear up for you. I'm just really strongly feeling that. Oh, of course, we have the Ace of Swords. Things are going to become really, really clear for you. If you're not getting the messages from those around you, Spirit, your guides, the angels from those around you, if you're not getting it, again, spend time in silence. Rest and rejuvenate. Meditate. This person is meditating on this card. There's a need to do that. Okay, so the message that I have here for you that I pulled, and then we'll read these two. Your inner compass. So this is how you can, again, cope with whatever you're experiencing. Purpose leads to persistence. Use this card when you feel unmotivated, sluggish, or lost. So some of you are feeling unmotivated, sluggish, or lost. The questions to ask yourself are, what brings you joy? So ask yourself these questions. What brings you joy? When do you most feel alive? I hear some of you saying making money. When do you most feel alive? What do you value about life? How can your work help others to feel this way? So your inner compass here. Your inner compass. 5 of Cups. This is a figure who is, he's like wearing a dark cloak. And he's like shrouded and looking at the things that haven't worked out, or looking at the things that are not going right in his life without recognizing the things that are going on in their life. And I'm feeling like this is a need to recognize or a habit right now of paying more attention to what it is like that you feel like you're lacking versus recognizing the things that you do have to be grateful for. So again, think about what brings you joy. When do you feel alive? What do you value about life? And how can your work help others feel this way? So this is a message for at least one of you. The 3 of Swords here. There could have been some heartbreak somewhere in here. The joy of thieves. Spending your precious time and energy on comparing yourself to others is a sure way of robbing yourself of a joyful life. So at least one of you is comparing yourself to others. And this is saying, who have you compared yourself to in the last 24 hours? And did it make you feel more insecure or more motivated to improve? The 8 of Pentacles, very focused on work. Very focused on work, career, projects. This is a good time to also put in, I'm hearing, equal energy into your love life. Beautiful oops. When you think you have made a mistake, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful. If you were a comedian, how would you turn your blunder into a stand-up or a skit? So if you were a comedian, how would you turn your past? How would you turn, it says, your blunder into a stand-up or a skit? If you were an artist, how would you draw your mistake? Some of you are artists. This is telling you to put time into your creative endeavors. And remember that it's really important for you to relax. It's very important for you to relax. Balance, take time for both. All right, Virgos, your final message is, let's get into this. Your final message, Virgos, love. Virgos, love. Your final message is, dearest Virgo, everything is in divine order. Even in chaos, there is order. And Virgos love them some order. And we are always in awe of this. For you, though, on your human journey, things can get disorganized in your mind and physical reality. You need to get rid of the clutter, whether it be too many stories in your mind, too many what ifs, or fearful thoughts of the past or future. Instead, focus on the now. Empty your mind, clean your house, and throw out any object, I'm hearing, or thought that tells you an uncomfortable story. Discern what you have, sort, purge, clear, and organize. That is right up Virgo's alley. We want you to have space to fill with something better. So this is saying get rid of the things of the past that have not served you, the thoughts of the past, the people of the past, resentment of those people, because that's taking up space where something else can be. That's taking up space where something else can be. That could be something causing you to focus outside of a relationship or outside of your love life or dating life when that's something that you have really wanted because of fear from the past. Spirit loves a vacuum as it gives space for brilliant new energy. Let go of what is not serving you and give order to what remains. See them and know their value. Your soul needs organization in order to keep your connection to us and spirit free of distractions. Alrighty, Virgos, these are the messages that I have for you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this reading. Thumbs up and like this reading if you found the messages helpful, if you found them useful, if they resonate with you. Also comment and subscribe to my channel. If you are new, subscribe to my channel. If you are returning and you have not subscribed yet. Again, to book a private reading with me, visit my website, mypsychiclovecoach.com. Check the description box below for the different ways to get in contact with me. I'm sending you so much love and so much light. Make sure to also check out your sun, moon, and rising videos for more messages. You can also check out the sign that rules your 7th house, as well as your Venus sign. Sending you love and light. Can't wait to see you here soon. Bye.